Hi everyone, welcome back to the Valeo Experience YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Giselle Miller from the lovely island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it is my pleasure to be with you in season 2 as we are looking at resilience, bouncing back from life's hardships and challenges. Today we are going to look specifically at dealing with the diagnosis of a terminal illness. This is something that we all dread. I know for a fact that there are many persons who avoid going to the doctors because you are fearful that you're going to hear something that you're not prepared for, that you're going to hear something that is terminal, that you're going to feel like, okay, oh my God, this is it, it's the end. So persons shy away from checking, you shy away from doing tests and all of these things because of fear. We fear most the thing that we understand the least. So for a lot of persons, because you are not cognizant of all of the information, you are not mindful or aware of all of the different relevant information about a particular illness, you become easily scared. And one of the things that you have to do in dealing with a terminal illness is be aware of the information. You have to know what are the preventative measures to take to prevent you, hopefully, from contracting or being diagnosed with a particular disease, be it HIV, be it cancer, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you're in the know, as we say, about the preventative measures. If you also would have tried all of these different things and, by the unfortunate circumstance that you end up with a terminal illness, you then have to figure out or get the information in terms of prolonging life. So we have a diagnosis, but what's the prognosis? Meaning how long? How long can someone on average live with that particular illness? That is also information that is needed. Now the thing is, when you get or you receive a diagnosis, the first thing that goes through your mind, and for some persons, they probably shut down and you go into full-on denial. Because at this point, you can't believe it. This can't be happening to me. Especially when you hear persons say that, I eat well, I sleep, I exercise. How is this even possible that I am being diagnosed with this particular illness? After the denial, you might go through, just as we would have spoken before about the grieving process. You go through the anger stage and you start the bargaining where, God, if you save my life, I will do X, Y, or Z. After you start realizing more and more symptoms, you're feeling more sick, you might get into that stage of depression, of giving up. I don't feel like fighting anymore because I'm trying all of these different medications, all of these different things, and nothing is working. And then finally you get to the stage of accepting this is my fate and I'm done. But I want to encourage persons, do not give up. Do not give up. We are going to stick it out until, as they say, the fat lady sings. That's the general statement that persons use. But one of the things, you have to empower yourself. Information is vital. You have to have the information. Do not be afraid in researching, but understand that even as you research, as you are now given all of this different amount of information, you have to now make sense of it. So we have persons who generally go to different doctors for second and third and fourth opinions. There comes a moment when you have to accept the diagnosis and figure out what is the treatment path, what's next. Okay, so don't get stuck in just simply collecting that information, but you have to use the information in a way that is also going to be practical and a way that is going to help you in the long run. So, even before someone gets ill, one of the things I tell persons, you have to be very conscious of the fact that one illness can wipe out your savings. So it's very important that you save, yes, but insurance is also vital. Take out a medical insurance plan if possible. Take out a life insurance plan if you're able to as well, because even when you're gone, you have to think about your children and the family members who are behind. But a medical insurance goes a long way, especially depending on the comprehensive nature of it. It gives you a leeway to get adequate treatment because now there is a buffer that is there in terms of helping you to buffer the cost factor. So you have a terminal illness, and The doctors are pretty much saying to you that prepare for the end of life. That now it is about palliative care, where you're just keeping the patient comfortable. You know that they're telling you go home, spend time with family, and prepare for the ultimate end. Do not allow those words to cause you to emotionally shut down. As much as it is scary, yes, I know, and it is painful, try to use whatever time you have left in a meaningful way. Spend time with your loved ones. Talk to them about things. Especially, I know parents, take the time to actually speak to your children about things that you may miss in their life. You know, journaling. Some persons write letters and all of these things. So you leave things behind so that those who, you know, have to go on without you, they have something to hold on to. Forgive yourself. Think about your life, and if there are things in your life that you feel that you have to fix, and you feel within yourself that I may have done things wrong, take that time to fix it. Contact persons that you need to mend relationships and all of these things. But one of the things that is so vital and important, especially for those persons who believe in the life after, meaning the spiritual aspect, this is a time for you to actually commit your life and get into that space where you prepare for heaven. You know, we always talk about heaven, but a lot of persons, you do not realize that in order to get to heaven, you must pass through the stage of death, you know, and we have to prepare. So you commit your life to Christ, and you get into that space where you are now ready, and you prepare yourself for the inevitable. Then one of the things that we find difficult to do is talking about the illness in itself. So everybody's walking on eggshells around each other. Families, you have to learn to communicate, and you have to be open to understand and empathize with each member of the family. Sometimes children are left out of the conversation because they feel it's too painful, it's too hard of a conversation. But it's important, depending on the child's age, to begin speaking to them about it so that they are not blindsided when the person, the family member, the loved one eventually passes on. So talk openly, talk honestly, spend quality time together. Put things in place in terms of some persons plan their funerals and they prepare. But ultimately, the main thing that I'm going to suggest to you, that whatever moments you have left, make it count for something. Spend it wisely. Embrace the moments that you have with your loved ones, and you know, though it's hard, find the joy. Find the joy still within the remaining years or days or months or weeks, because even as you might be diagnosed with a terminal illness and you might be in preparation for, there are some of us who may be walking about and just simply an accident could take us out, because each and every day we have to still be prepared that it could be the last. So you live every day as if it's the last, and you embrace it, and you show gratitude, and you make sure that you're putting your best foot forward in all that you do. Okay? So do not allow yourself to go to that final stage with bitterness and anger, but rather let love envelope you. Let peace and, you know, this solace that tells you that even if my days are coming to an end, I am in a better place where I am prepared for the life after. All right? I know it's hard. I'm not going to discount that it's going to be hard, but nonetheless, get the support from persons around you and allow them into that space with you, that they can also share in whatever you are experiencing. Okay? So that's it, guys. Thank you again for coming on. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification button so that you would always be aware when we have new content on this channel. Take good care. Bye-bye.